Same page as our last question. This is question number 27 on page 16. The question reads, the container pictured below is made up of a cone and a cylinder. The cone and the cylinder have the same heights. Which of the following is closest to the volume of the container? So first thing we know is, since they have the same height, and they gave us the total height of both, you can just take 40 and divide it by 2 to get you the height of each one. Divided by 2 gives you 20. Okay? So then the height of the cone, which would be approximately from here to here, would be 20 centimeters. And from here to here would be another 20 centimeters. Okay? So since we have the heights, we also have the equations for each section. So basically, in this question, they also gave us the diameter of both the cone and the cylinder. But what we really need to find is the radius. And we all know that radius is half the diameter. But there's a specific equation for that, which would be diameter equals 2r, right? So then you take 12 and equals 2r, 12 divided by 2 equals r equals 6, okay? So we need the radius for both equations. So the equation for the cone, which we'll use blue for. Cone is volume equals pi r squared, height over 3. So we have the radius now, and we have the height. So we can just plug all of that information in, and we get pi 6 squared times 20 centimeters over 3. This is centimeters as well. Remember that when you guys are calculating this, that 6 should be squared before multiplied by either pi or the 20 divided by 3. And since 20 divided by 3 is in brackets, you're going to divide 20 by 3 before you multiply it by anything else. Okay? But for the sake of time, after calculating all of this, we get 754 centimeters cubed. Remember, although it's centimeters squared for area, it's centimeter cubed for volume. Okay? So now the equation of the cylinder, we're going to do in black. Cylinder would be volume equals pi r squared times height. Similar to the last equation, except it's not divided by 3. We have radius, we have height, so we can definitely solve for this. So it would be pi times radius is the exact same thing, 6 centimeters squared times height, which is 20 centimeters. So, like I said before, you're going to square the 6 before you multiply it by 3.14. 6 squared is obviously 36, just as a side note. So pi times 6 centimeters times 20 centimeters will give us a total of 2,262 centimeters cubed. So, similar to the last question we did, in order to find the total volume, we have to add both volumes together. So, we're going to number this. This is volume 1. This is volume 2. And in order to figure out the total volume, we're going to have to do volume 1 plus volume 2, which would give us 754 centimeters cubed plus 2,262 centimeter cubed, which altogether would give us 3,016 centimeter cubed, right? So let's look through the options and see which one that is. Not A, not C, not D. It's going to be B. Our answer for question 27 on page 16 would be 3,016 centimeter cubed.